Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about a couple of players in today's video. We're going to talk about Jacob Parish and Benjamin Morrison. Benjamin Morrison on this play here. They both had phenomenal games against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday. Really annoying loss. Thankfully, it's early on in the season, and you just can't get off to a 14-0 deficit. But special teams, we're keeping an eye on it. But anyways, these two rookie defensive backs are doing phenomenal, and the NFL world is finally starting to pay attention. Jacob Parish is like the best nickel cornerback in the NFL this season. He's played 4 career NFL games. Benjamin Morrison here is one of my favorites heading into the draft, and especially post-draft, because I'm a biased Notre Dame football fan. And what we have here is a one-on-one coverage against A.J. Brown. And we're going to go through a bunch of this, so I'm going to try and speed up here because I've been yapping, and we can't talk in this video for whatever reason. But folks, hit that like button for me. This is a really big deal because it's 3rd and 10. It's still an 8-point game here. There's 12 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And you can see Benjamin Morrison comes on in here, gets his hands up in the face, and knocks this ball back. A.J. Brown, incomplete. They got to punt it. 12 minutes left. Tampa ball. All right, a couple of plays prior to that, 2 plays. It is 1st and 10 here. Once again, we got Benjamin Morrison on A.J. Brown. Now, the bad news is Jamel Dean and Benjamin Morrison got injured in this football game. Tampa's dealing with some injuries again in the defensive back room this season. I heard Todd Bowles come out here earlier today and say it wasn't. I think he actually said, like, with both of those 2 guys out, it's obviously the room is thin. So I think he's kind of alluding to the fact that neither of these 2 players, or Jamel Dean and Benjamin Morrison, won't play in that. But either way, long term, this season, week after this, playoffs, whatever, Benjamin Morrison, he's really flashing. All right, he's had a couple of good games now. 4 targets, 1 catch, 9 yards, and a pass breakup. Now, here we go. It's 1st and 10, and I think he's just in a really good position on A.J. Brown here. And obviously, if the Tampa defense, Tampa secondary especially, shut down Jalen Hurts and this Philadelphia Eagles offense in the second half to, truly like something I've never seen before. I'll try and pause it. This is just good positioning in my opinion. He's very physical. Jacob Parish is also very physical, very sticky. These guys are very smart. All right, that's something that's really popping off the screen. 2 or 4 games in, these 2 youngsters are just smart football players. All right, we'll probably end it here for Benjamin Morrison from this game and move on to Jacob Parish. It's 3rd down. All right, we're a couple of plays into the 3rd quarter. It's a bad game at this point still. It's 24-6. Tampa's defense needs a stop badly. They got a bunch of players up on the line of scrimmage, looking like they're going to bring a blitz. And we got Benjamin Morrison back here in the square. And I'll let this play out and we'll break it down. This play obviously does not end up coming to fruition. But essentially what we have here is Jalen Hurts is trying to throw this football. We got a blitz from Tyke Smith, number 23 here in the nickel. And he is going to try and throw this to Neil Shipley because all they have to do is get to about right here. You guys can't see the stick, but it's about right here where they need to pick up this 1st down. And, if he can get it to Shipley here, make Benjamin Morrison miss, you got an easy 1st down. But right as Jalen Hurts is about to throw this football, right as that arm cocks back, Benjamin Morrison is running downfield to break this up. And once again, I know he falls a little bit. This is a bad throw. The 1st down mark, you can see it. It's right here. So Benjamin Morrison, heavy hitter, kind of a sneaky physical player so far. He comes right on in here and makes sure that doesn't happen. But obviously it ends up being incomplete anyways. Once again, really fun look here on the defensive side here. You got Tyke Smith, number 23, goes unblocked to Jalen Hurts. When these guys get healthy, because it's not just, Jamel Dean had a good game. Zion McCollum had another good game. This defensive back room, obviously Antoine, Tyke, it's a loaded secondary now. People were worried about it heading into the season. In the offseason, it's looking like it's going to be a huge strength when this team is at full strength. All right, we're going to move to Jacob Parish here, right here. Now, I do want to say, we made a couple of Jacob Parish film study videos. As always, watching this, we post a couple of Bucs videos every single week. So hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys haven't already. But let me know if there's any specific film studies you are looking for before Sunday. So, yeah, just drop that comment down below. But Jacob Parish, we've been talking about him since the preseason. This dude is a gamer. So it's early on in the second, 14-3 Phillies way, and it is 3rd down and 5. And I'll let you play this out until we break it down, because Jacob Parish, he had a highlight on, I believe it was A.J. Brown, and we're going to look at it in this next clip. But this one was a really big deal because, you've got a wide receiver screen, right? They're throwing it right here, and they're going to have all of these. Oh, that's a horribly drawn. But anyways, you get the whole point. They're just going to start blocking. So we move a little bit. We got a blocker coming. We got a blocker coming. We got a blocker here. The ball is going to Devontae Smith right here. And Jacob Parish, he's going to bounce this block off him. Pushes him off him. Literally pushes him off him. Now we got, this is Saquon Barkley catching this football. Or is this Neil Shipley? No, it looks like Saquon. It looks like number 26. So he pushes the attempted block, and then comes in here and makes this tackle. Maybe this other angle will give you a better representation, but this is the small stuff that isn't small, right? So we got offensive lineman moving. It's a screen. You can't really see Jacob break that block off, but he does a phenomenal job here. I wasn't just speaking out of my A at the beginning of this video. I believe he is the highest graded nickel in the National Football League so far through 1 month. Now, that was maybe not counting Monday Night Football game, 4 teams played, but this guy has been not only one of the best rookie cornerbacks, but one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL so far this season, and we'll show you one more of them. All right, folks, we'll end it here. The whole joke and the reason this was on social media is, first off, Bucs fans are paying attention to Jacob Parish, but A.J. Brown had an underwhelming day. The whole Philadelphia Eagles offense had an underwhelming second half, underwhelming day in general as far as statistics go, fantasy football. And then I think A.J. Brown put up something cryptic on social media. I didn't really look into it, but apparently he put up something cryptic on social media. And somebody posted on Twitter just all of his targets in this football game. And the thing that stood out the most is Benjamin Morrison and Jacob Parish look like absolute ballers. So we have, this just doesn't seem like it was executed great. It looks like it was a little too slow. They're throwing the screen right here. I'm not sure if the left tackle is supposed to get out to Jacob, if Devontae's supposed to chip Jacob. This seems like kind of a stupid play design, but I guess that's easy to say in hindsight because technically, if you just break this tackle, if this ball comes out a little bit quicker, he's able to break this tackle or at least attempt to break this. And Parish kiboshes it and just makes this look like a horribly ran offensive play for Philly. This guy all over the football field, and just that's the point of this video, man. We talked a little Benjamin Morrison, a little Jacob Parish, and this secondary, everyone was freaking out about it. What people didn't want to know last year is if this secondary was healthy last season, they would have been just fine. But they weren't healthy last season, and the statistics, that was kind of their biggest issue was pass defense. Well, that's because of health, and now that, once again, still kind of banked up with Jamel Dean and Benjamin Morrison looking like they're going to miss this weekend, this secondary looks like, with Benjamin Morrison, Jacob Parish, it looks like one of the rising units in the NFL. Maybe I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. We've been rambling on long enough, folks. I hope you enjoy this late night Tampa Bay Buccaneer defensive video. That's it for me. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know if you guys want any film studies down below, but let me know your thoughts on Jacob Parish and Benjamin Morrison so far for Tampa this season, and we'll see you soon. Peace.